Did this game confirm all the things that you knew that you already liked about Everett Ray?
Yes. Went back to, we played in Canada, I think it was our third game. He got 17 rebounds in a game. And I don't care what kind of game you're playing. When you get 17 rebounds, you're pretty active. And he is a ball chaser. That's a talent. And he's a skilled player, as you could see. I was glad to see him have a breakout game. I mean, not just a breakout, he gets a double-double, for gosh sakes, which is fantastic. But he needed that. It's you're a freshman and you're finding your way and getting your feet wet a little bit, and nothing better than to have a game to just really build your confidence, and we need that. And I think all of our freshmen are capable of those games. Obviously, Ethan's had what you would call that a breakout, but the other two have played very well too. And I know that they'll have big nights as well. So excited about all the freshmen, really.
With Ethan playing limited time because of fouls, did you say anything to Everett about being careful or cautious the way he defended?
No. Maybe should have. Maybe that would have been a good idea. But I've always been that's never really been the way I've talk to players. I think it almost is the reverse. Hey, whatever you do, don't foul. Seems to me turns into whatever they do, they're gonna foul because they just get so cautious. I think the more aggressive you are, the harder you play, the less you usually foul. Not always, but we do talk about playing with our head and our feet and not our hands. I mean, we talk about that, but definitely did not say, hey, be more careful or whatever. We just no, didn't go there. Don't like to go there.
Coach, 24 team assists on 25 field goals.
How about that? That was my favorite thing. I'm glad you brought that up.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Isn't
How
that
much
great?
do you love seeing your team be able to pass the ball like that?
Oh my God, it's the best. It's the best. And you know what it tells me? And I saw it last game. Our last game, I judge not by, well, who's our opponent and whatever. I judge by what are we supposed to be doing right now. We can help that. We can't help, whether they're making great plays or not or whatever. What we can help is what are we supposed to be doing and what is our mindset. And I saw it already. I saw it last game. That was like, hey, this is starting to look like the way we play. This is SMU basketball, and tonight basically confirms that. I've never seen that stat. I don't know if it's a record. I would think it's a record or one off. I can tell you that. You can only get one better, but to have 25 baskets assisted, all but once is amazing. But you can see it out there. Guys are really looking for each other. I love it when they play like that. It is what we encourage every single day. And luckily for us, we have great character. We had it last year. We have it this year. When you got talented young men who want to be coached and want to play a winning style, it's so much fun to coach. And trust me, not every year that I've done this, or not every coach in America is fortunate enough for that, but it makes me love coaching when you have guys that want to play what we would call the right way, what we believe is the right way, and it's just so much fun.
Talking about a character guy, Ben Amelagu finally got his first career double-double tonight.
Yeah.
Can you just talk a little bit about, all the things that he's been through in his time here, and now he's finally, having that. I mean, he's drilling shots from outside like crazy.
I know. How good does he look?
Fantastic.
But let's go back to Ben last year when we basically had what I felt were 6 starters. I know I've told this story before, but I got to tell it again because it just blows me away when guys do something that, when they're like, man, he's a better person than me. I love that when our players inspire me. And so last year I went to the guy and said, I don't know, I can't pick 5 of you guys. So what I'm thinking about doing is rotating the 6 of you as starters because you're all playing so well to me early in the season. And Ben comes and says, let's do this. I'll do it. I'll be the 6th guy. I mean, he just volunteered. Who does that? What kind of character do you have to do that? Because everybody wants to hear their name in a starting lineup and all that. But I'll never forget that as long as I live, honestly. And it tells me what he's all about, what a winner he is. Deservedly 6th man of the year. He's been through, like some of the others have been through the postseason ban. He's been through injuries. He's battled a lot of things. He battled a transfer situation. and he's playing his best basketball. And he has a role that allows it too. You know, last year we have a lot of, you know, we have 6 weapons, and he was, you know, always deferred every chance he got, but now he knows he has to take a stronger role, and he definitely has, and I'm really happy. How about his last couple games? You know, he looks like $1 million.
Have you had to talk him into taking that stronger role? Does it go against his personality?
No. I think he's getting more opportunities. Of course, he's playing more, and he knows didn't have to talk him into it at all. No, I mean, of course we've mentioned it, or you know, he understands where I'm coming from, that his role is more significant, but no talking it. He was ready for it. He wanted it. He's confident, and he's playing very well.
Jimmy was saying that when you were scouting Pine Bluff, he said they have a lot of guys who can shoot the ball. You hold them under 30% from the floor, 14% on threes. What was the approach for your defense?
Well, our approach is to play our defense. You know, I say this all the time. Defense is easier to coach than offense, because defense is kind of an exact science, really. Defense is, if you understand your own system, there's a right answer. The ball's here, my man is here, where am I supposed to be? You know, and the ball, there's a screen like this, well, how do we handle it? So everything actually has, you know, it's like a math test. You can get the right answer, basically. Offensively, it's not that way, and offense is much more of an art and a feel, and there's not an exact answer, and there's a lot of subjectivity. But from a defensive standpoint, we have principles, and we try to get better and better and better at them all the time. And then, of course, we do scout, and then we'll tweak a principle here and there, or maybe skew the game a little bit, you know, to help on one certain guy or two. But for the most part, we're just trying to do exactly what we do on a daily basis and get really good at it. And what I've seen is we're getting better at it. We're not where we need to be, for sure, but game 3, game 4, we're far better technically from our standpoint when we watch a film than game 1 and game 2, and that's exciting to me. Our rebounding effort, our rebounding blockouts are better. Our sharing the ball, you could tell, is the game 1 and 2 we were okay, but game 3, game 4, we look like SMU basketball to me, and that's with 4 freshmen, 3 returning, and a guy that sat and watched all year, and that makes me very happy. That shows you, I think that shows you the culture and character of the guys, of the young men that you're coaching. I want to add this for no reason, but it just blew me away. You just need to know this, that at our shoot-arounds, the way we end shoot-around, and I'm sure this is really a big part of any success we've ever had, is we shoot a half-court shot. And every guy shoots 1, and you don't get more than 1. And sometimes no one makes 1, and every now and then one makes 1, and every blue moon somebody makes 2. Well, we had 12 guys, including, you know, our 12 guys today got a shot, and 6 half-court shots went in. I just have to tell you that. I just want to share that. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. We shot 50% from half-court today, just so you know. I think that was better than we shot from 3. So we should have moved back and shot half-court shots. But I'm still blown away by that. I've done this for years and years, and I've never, ever seen 6 half-court shots out of 12 go in. I wish it was on video, but I don't think it is. So it's a believe it or disprove it.
What's the status of it going for next week?
Don't know, just hoping, but it's obviously important. No secret, right? You know, with where we're going, who we're playing, what we have in terms of our fleet. So it's been a big blow, you know, and it's kind of going ignored, and I feel terrible for him. He should not go ignored. He's a great young man. He's done amazing things. He's been through incredible, difficult times in his life, more than most of us could ever dream, and the injuries, and then he comes here and he's excited, and we're excited, and then he gets this setback. I'm just really, it's hard. Every day I look at him, and it's painful for me. Injuries are the least fun thing I can ever think about, and his is dragging on, and sad for him, sad for us, because we need him. You know, we do. He's a big piece to the puzzle. He gives us 9 scholarship players. He gives us, you know, a completely different size, front line, depth-wise, everything, and we don't have it, but don't know exactly, but I guess we could say we're really hopeful.
You guys have anything else?
Coach, it might be an opportunity thing, but we've seen Everett and Ethan break out now. What do you think needs to be done to get Elijah and Will going? More comfortable.
Yeah, well, I think they're both pretty comfortable. I think Williams played very well, the last couple games. I think he really has, and I think Elijah just, he had a shooting night. He's really a good shooter. Two games ago, he got so many good shots and just didn't make them. So he obviously isn't as comfortable yet. But I'm not worried about it. I think they're both playing very well for game 3 and 4 of their college career. When last March, they're in a high school game somewhere, and it's all so different. But I think they're doing very well. I really do. I'm pleased with them, and I believe they will. If you're talking scoring, I think both of them will have a breakout. I think William had 8 points 2 games ago, if I'm not mistaken. Had a bunch of assists tonight, but his floor game's looking good. He's getting more confident, and Eli as well. He's quick as he can be, and he's a fighter. And great to see the 3 go down for him. You got to get one. You got to get one started. And I said, so maybe that's going to get that lid off for him. But I don't care about his shooting. I care about him, picking up all the other things, because shooting will always come back to you. But it's the learning, and they're doing a good job.
When you have these non-conference games that get a little lopsided, does that make it harder for you and your staff to evaluate
A little bit.
the progress your team is making?
A little bit in the sense that you could get a false sense of security at times, but what we really concentrate, as I was saying before, is, hey, I don't care who you're playing, when the ball's here, we're supposed to be here, and yeah, maybe it's some different bodies or whatever, but how's your positioning? How is your understanding? How are your decisions on the defensive end? How are your blockouts? And if you can read a good part of that. Now, you don't know for sure how it's going to equate with a team that's got incredible talent or incredible size or all that. You can't know that. But for this team, this was a great way to this is a great way to start out. You got 4 freshmen, 3 return. You don't want to start out and play the Boston Celtics your first couple games. We needed this, and now it's time to go. The competition will get much stiffer, maybe tremendously stiffer. So it'll be good. So one way or the other, we're right there, or we're seeing a different evaluation now. Okay, well, what we were doing against the competition, we've got to be able to step that up to a higher level and do the same types of things. So we'll learn a lot, I hope we can stay healthy, and hope we have a great tournament. I know our guys are really excited about it.